Think of a piece of paper with two holes in it, two like thin little slits. And on the bottom, there's kind of like a detector plate, seeing what's going to come through the two holes, okay? So, in the general sense of like the kind of physical reality that we know, let's say it's sand, and we're going to pour sand through those two holes, right?
Right.
All at once, a bunch of them, right? They'll fall through the two holes, and they'll make basically in the bottom of that through the slits, they'll make these two heaps where the two holes are. Direct shot, because that's what they are, the little particles.
And then they just kind
They
of
kinda-
collapse on and create a mountain.
Right. They found is when they did that with small particles, quantum style particles, light is made of photons, so they're little teeny particles. So they shot a bunch of photons through that. And what they saw on the back wasn't a regular ... like they would think.
Yeah.
They saw an interference pattern, which is basically like a pattern like waves. So it looked like it was reacting like a wave in the back. Yet we shot them right through the two little holes, so you would think they would just kind of clump up like the sand. But they didn't. They behave like a water wave, like with this interference pattern. Google interference pattern, listeners, and you'll see what it looks like. So they were like, well, that doesn't make any sense because we shot them. They're little particles, you know?
Yeah.
So what they did is they looked at the slits when they did it. So they actually like put a detector or camera. They were like, what's happening? Because if what is happening on the back end is to be believed, then what is really happening is those particles are like separating and like becoming split and going through both of the holes at the same time.
So what's interfering with it for it to
They
be
were
split?
interfering with themselves. Which
Wow.
doesn't make any sense.
Wrap my head around this.
Right. Well, here, just before you wrapped your head around it, that doesn't make any sense, right? It means
Yeah.
they split and they did that,
But
right?
something has to cause that. Like they can't just randomly split.
What it appeared is that they did it themselves. So what they did is they put a camera at the slit and said, hey, okay, let's see what the fuck's happening, right?
Yeah.
And the minute they put the camera there, it acted like the two mounds and acted like a particle. And it didn't do the wave thing. They took the camera away and it acted like a wave again. So our looking at it changed the reality, changed the actual matter.
Whoa.